And I jumped the gun a little bit on the start there. Sorry, guys. I was doing the intro and everything like that, but I want to talk about Antony. Welcome to Forever United TV. That took me by complete surprise, that there then. I was just sat there, and yeah, I'm actually live. But welcome along to the show, everyone. We're talking Antony. What's going on? I think the story about Antony going to Newcastle for actual money in January has taken me by surprise there. And the whole video was like, go now, Adam. You need to talk Antony. This is Forever United TV. It's your Saturday evening update video. Everyone, hope you're doing well. We didn't have a midday video today because we was at Old Trafford, and we have got content coming out later on this evening, exclusive interviews from Manchester United players talking about everything from the players' performances right now in the first team to what's happening with Ten Hag. We've got loads coming up, guys, so make sure you stay tuned on that one. If you are new, please do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you've also hit the bell notification next to it. Give this video a like, but for my sloppy, stupid starts, please just give the video a like, and let's get them numbers up again. Welcome, everybody. And yeah, here we go again with more Antony speculation. Why does this keep on happening? Like, I am all for Antony leaving this football club. Don't get me wrong. I think his time is up. 2 seasons and not getting any better. We don't even have to go into detail on Antony and what we think about him, what he can bring and what he can't bring. I think the only thing we should be talking about right now is if Ten Hag is going to utilise him this season, how he's going to use him this season, and if that does actually attract attention in January and United feel like it is the right time to move him on, then let's move him on. Simple as that. The story straight away smacks out to me like, not so much desperation, but someone's put a price on there. It doesn't work out that way. So I'll just read it out to you guys and tell you exactly what it actually says regarding Antony. But bear with me 1 second, because you can make of it what you want. So, okay, here we go. Right, Newcastle will make a move for Antony in January if their pursuit for Anthony Elanga fails. Eddie Howe highly appreciates Antony and believes he would be a good addition. Manchester United want 40 million for Antony. Look, United don't want 40 million for Antony. United are never ever going to get that for Antony. The stories come from Caught Offside, and you only have to look at it and go, United want 40 million. Then all of the headlines come about Antony 40 million bid from Newcastle. They're not going to bid 40 million. I don't even know if Newcastle are going to come in January. All there is clear signs that Manchester United are looking to move Antony on. This happens when things leak out of the football club that if someone did come in with the right bid for Antony, doesn't have to be 40 million, then United would be willing to let Antony go. We know that United are not going to be keeping Antony in the long term. He's not going to be a player that United can build their future around. All of that we know very, very well. And I just look at these stories now, and the way I look at him, it's not so much that Newcastle have been, it's not so much that Newcastle are in for him. You can argue the point of whether it's legit or not because of the source, Caught Offside, and everything like that. I just feel like we've got... Actually, my camera's not actually right now either. Bear with me a second. It's all going Pete Tong here today, people, isn't it? What is actually happening right now? I don't know. Oh, hey, there we go. We're getting a close-up. Sorry, guys. It's a bit all over the place this evening show today. I think it was just getting back from the Legends game and actually seeing some decent football for a change. I think that's what it is. I'll talk on that in a little bit in a minute as well, actually. But yeah, actually looking at the Antony situation, going back to that, I say, look, there's no smoke without fire. There never is. And it's a player that, like I just said, everybody wants out of Manchester United. I don't think there's anyone that would be upset if Antony left Manchester United in January, in the summer. I just feel like it's the noises, more importantly than anything, like the constant speculation now with Antony. It just means that the club are leaking things out. People within Manchester United are making it well known that Antony is going to be one of them players that the club are looking to move on, whether it be in January or whether it be next summer. Antony is a player that Erik ten Hag, I think, mistakenly brought in thinking he could be that next best thing. He was all right at Ajax, and then he's come to United and he's even worse. He was never world class. He was never brilliant. He was never 85 million. But combined, it was just a bit of a mess. Ten Hag's first season, wanted players in that he trusted. Myrtle spending too much money. Antony's just underperformed. He has, and he's not good enough. You could say he's let Ten Hag down. You could say that he wasn't good enough in the first place. Look, there's no point in even going on about what's happened before right now. The only thing with Antony that you've got to look at is I think Ten Hag sensibly has not got him in the side right now because he's not good enough. And I feel like there is probably an effort to actually try and bring Antony in certain times just to try and make him look relevant. Look, 40 million is just a number that's just been thrown out there. It's not realistic. Never expect Manchester United to actually get that for Antony. It's not going to happen, never in a million years. I look at the whole news as like pretty much, I'm not going to say fake news. I look at it just as the speculation count going up and up and up for Antony. And if Newcastle want him, then can Eddie Howe get more out of him? Are the expectations actually different at Newcastle United? Yeah, of course they are, but they still want the player to actually produce. I personally look at Newcastle and Antony and I go, no, definitely not. For that amount of money, no. The story has come about simply because Manchester United want to shift Antony on, and we will do. Whatever price it is, I don't know. Like I said, it won't be 40. Newcastle looking for a winger. They bid 35 million for Anthony Elanga on deadline day. Is Anthony Elanga worth 35 million? Probably not. Is Anthony Elanga worth more than Antony? Yes, he is. We bought a player in for 85 million and sold a player who's worth more than him for 15 million. Welcome to welcome to Myrtle world, basically. That's what that was with Manchester United. A mess. Always a mess when Myrtle and Arnold are involved. And we've gone past that right now. So we're just dealing with the aftermath of Antony not being able to get into this side, never being good enough in the first place, and hoping that someone is going to give us somewhere, I reckon, in the region of 20 million. The story of Elanga is genuine and real. The story of Antony and Newcastle, I don't think is completely real, but never say never. And again, no smoke without fire with all of that rolled into constant speculation that he's now being linked away. Obviously, we had the loan, the loan to possibly going to Real Betis, loaning out to Fenerbahce, now permanently being bought by Newcastle in January. I think that Antony will be gone from United next summer. I don't see it being Newcastle. It just makes zero sense to me. It really does. I'm going to come into the chat and find out what you guys think in a minute. As well. Welcome to the members club, Ahmad, as well. We also have another member, I think, in that is donated by London, first of all, who is Daz Sweets. The second one was donated by the legend that is Tom Porter. I do feel like I'm on track right now again, and everything is in place where it needs to be. It was a bit of a mismatched start. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we're back where we need to be. So give me your thoughts on that. Elanga, he was going to be... Newcastle wanted Anthony Elanga. Newcastle wanted him and didn't get him. They bid too late. Are they going to go back in for him in January? More than likely. If they can't get him, the story is saying that Anthony's second option. Personally, I feel like there's better chance of Anthony Elanga going to Newcastle than Antony going to Newcastle. I just don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening. And I don't think Eddie Howe is that crazy. To be honest, I really don't. I don't see how he thinks that Antony's going to be worth 40 million. United's price tag has just been blown up by the report itself, and he's not. This is as ludicrous as the other story that came out today about Newcastle and United both looking at Rabiot again. Look, just put Rabiot to bed. Rabiot is never coming to Manchester United. United would have already bought him in if they wanted him. There's no desperate need for Rabiot to come in at the price and the wages that he wants. United are looking past him and want to have a player in that is actually going to contribute for years to come. And it's going to be a case of, look, he goes somewhere else and we get, we get the news that he's got these stupid amounts of money and wage. I personally think that the Qatar bid could, not the Qatar bid, the Saudi bid could come in for Rabiot. The other report today, just to keep you up to date with everything that's actually going on, was that Newcastle and Manchester United are both looking at Rabiot. Look, we may have made contact, but we've never been in for him. If United were going to go for him, we would have already got him. Newcastle can't afford his wages. He's a non-starter again. You're getting farcical, long-winded, unfactual, absolute nonsense stories coming out right now. Like I said at the start, the one thing I take from it is the constant speculation about Antony moving on. I think that's how we have to look at it. And I feel like that's good for United because he does need to be moved on. Don't take it as definite. Don't take it serious. And really just accept that Antony's going to be part of this team at the start of this season. Whether or not he makes it past January, I don't know. We'll see at the time, but he's not going anywhere yet. There's nothing to actually worry about now. More importantly, Manchester United have got players performing on international duty, and that is the best thing that we can be talking about right now. I feel like we are in a position where right now, when all these players come back from international duty, Ten Hag has got a good group of players who are all on a high, who are all performing well. And like you said at the bottom of the screen there as well, you've got Joshua Zirkzee and Matthias de Ligt both starting for Holland as well tonight. So everybody is playing. Everybody's getting more match sharp. And it's good that the players are getting minutes. Like, de Ligt needs minutes. Zirkzee needs minutes, definitely. Garnacho, Agate, we've talked about all of them have getting minutes as well. Obviously, Eriksen has got some minutes. Ahmad has. Mainu as well, star performer as well today for England against Ireland. There's loads of positives from this international break so far in part one. And hopefully, part two continues that way and we don't get any bleeding injuries. That's the most important bit, I feel, in all of this. Please, no more injuries, because it's only going to add to the uncertainty. It's only going to add to the excuses that are going to keep on coming out. And Manchester United, really, I feel, I've got a big enough squad anyway to deal with any injury problems coming through. But again, it all leads back into like the Antony story again. And now I feel like Ten Hag actually will use Antony at times this season. Off the bench, yes. I just don't see him starting games. I really don't. But like Barnsley, maybe FC 20, maybe some of the other Europa League games later on in the group stages, stuff like that. Honestly, just don't see him starting anything significant. And I think he will just be used sparingly. We need to use Antony because we need to make it look like he is worth something. Like last season when Rashford first came back and we're all thinking, like, is he going to go? Like, United do need to use him because we need to make it look like he is going to be a player that someone else wants. Like with Jadon Sancho coming back to training. Jadon Sancho needed to come back to training so Manchester United could make it look like there was no animosity and there wasn't so much of a problem child within Manchester United's ranks. And it's what happens in football. Antony will be used. Antony's not going to go to Newcastle. I don't think Antony's going to go to Newcastle in January. And we just have to deal with him possibly being moved on in the summer. I think that's the reality. And I think that's more realistic than anything right now. Rashford protected by the media, fans and Ineos bias FC, says Rochelle. Rashford should be the one leaving. If Eric turns the next 6 to 8 matches around, we will be keeping Eric until next summer, and then it depends upon a league position. I was speaking to a journalist at the game today, actually, at the Legends game, and he was saying he thinks that Ten Hag's Ten Hag's decision will come. If the next 7 games don't go well, then he said that he thinks he will get his matching orders. Without even blinking an eye in Ineos. That's what he said to me anyway. Look, the games can be played and the games can be won, and then we don't even have to worry about it or talk about it anymore. The main thing is Manchester United getting back up that table. That's what's more important. I've watched that Legends game today. It was absolutely brilliant. I've seen Wayne Rooney score the best goal I've seen at Old Trafford probably in 2 years. Brilliant free kick from Wazza, rolling back the years. I've spoken with a few of the players from the game as well. Them interviews are coming up. We're having a shorter version show tonight because we're going to put the videos up from what happened at the Legends game today, guys. So stay tuned for them. They're coming up straight after the show. I just wanted to touch base and get the updated news going on. We'll probably do a bit more of a in-depth version tomorrow morning on the Sunday morning show. But I'm hoping that everyone that is part of Manchester United actually plays well in what's left of the international games over these last couple of days. I think we've only got Zirkzee and de Ligt to get through tonight, and we may have actually got, touch wood, a clean bill of health coming through. So really, really positive from United as it is at the moment. And hopefully this just puts us in good stead going into the next game against Southampton, which is less than a week away now. Thank God. Get this international break over. Let's get into some more of your chat. Glazers are loving this because all the poo-poo, I don't know what you're talking about, Christopher. Didn't Ten Hag describe Antony as unstoppable? Yes, he did. But that's in Ten Hag's head. Let everyone else decide on what they think about Antony. I think Ten Hag was basically backing his investment, as in the player that he wanted at Manchester United. He's going to do that and back his player into. But yeah, he's definitely not unstoppable. We'll say that. Agate has to start next week, and no ifs or buts. Agree with that, Welsh Red. JJ says, clean the mess the Glazers puts us in, and the Glazers still here. Yep, they were never going to go anywhere. They're making money at the moment off Ineos actually doing the right thing and getting United back up there. But still, are we happier with the way that the club is running? Yes, we are. The better the devil, not so much the better the devil you know, but still, it's better than what it could have been. Better to have Ineos in situ and doing what they're doing now than what we had before. That's how I keep looking at everything. Ten Hag is confused in 2 seasons. Ten Hag is concussed in 2 seasons. Confused, sorry. Gaz has to play against Southampton. DJ JT. Daz Sweet says, Eric Ten Hag should be called out for the Agate comments. Ridiculous. He looks fitter than any of our players. We'll see. There's no point in going on about it now. We just need to wait for the Southampton game and see what he does. Let's just see what else we've got going on. Just checking through everything else that's happening right now just to make sure. No, looking like every time I look at the screen, I just look at hoping that there's no injuries. That's all I want. That's all I want right now. The commentators that claim they can do better than Ten Hag, prove it or shut up. The commentators. God, sorry. Newcastle United aren't looking at Antony. BS story. Sorry, we just said that, mate. We're talking about the speculation constantly about Antony. No need to apologise to me. We've already called it out, buddy. So if you just arrive in, that is. Ten Hag will start Agate. He just doesn't want to put all the pressure on him. There's too much pressure as there is already. There's no point in trying to hide any pressure at all in what's going on with United right now. Just deal with it. Adam, how much do you think United will get for Antony? I think 25 million, maybe. No typos. Yeah. 20 million for Antony tops is my guess. Whoever buys him, probably next summer. Like we just said, let the comments come up there. It's a BS story. Look, no story is BS. Alanga is on the radar of Newcastle. That is factual. I think someone has put Antony in the mix and made a story about it because we know that we want rid of Antony. All you have to look at is that Ten Hag will use Antony sparingly through the season, and then we're going to try and sell him in the summer. It's just good knowing that this is the way that this is the direction that United are going in. The fact that Antony is being talked about as leaving now and not part of the team. We can see that Ten Hag doesn't want him in the team. He is 4th or 5th choice in our team now. So really, you just got to look at it and go, well, he's not going to get in. Let's just wait it out till the summer, get the best bid that we can, and we just take our losses. There's not much we can do. He has been a failure, he's been a bum, and he just isn't good enough in what we need to do this season. First season wasn't bad. Second season fell apart. A lot of players do it. He won't be the first. He definitely won't be the last. He'll definitely be the last that's brought in for 85 million, though, with no outstanding sort of resume behind him. Again, I don't even want to talk about Murto and Arnold and what they were actually doing at that time at United, but they were cocking up a lot of stuff. Simple as. Richard, my opinion is that telling other commenters to shut up is rude, so stick to the football, please. That's our mods doing their job there. Thank you, Louise. Someone please place a bid in for Eric Ten Hag. It's high time. That from Asik. What else we got? I think Antony will go to Ajax on loan in January. Not a bad shout. I don't, again, think they can afford his wages. United won't loan out anybody unless the wages are covered. So are they going to be able to pump up the cash? I just don't see it. Ajax won't pay anyone 200 grand a week wages. Not a chance in hell. Adam, do you think they might use a different goalkeeper or buy one in the summer? If Ten Hag is in charge and Anna is in the sticks. I've done an interview today, just to give it away a little bit. I spoke with Raymond van der Gaal today after the Legends game. That is coming up on the channel shortly. And I asked him about Anana, so make sure you do watch that and what he said. Very interesting in terms of the setup and what is expected of a goalkeeper. Just so watch that one. That's coming up soon as well. I don't know what's got a acca that's been ruined there today. Sorry about that, but Chelsea are reportedly considering a bid for Antony. I know where you're going with that one, Steve. I like it. It's good to have a bit of a laugh and joke about Manchester United right now. But serious stuff starts again, obviously, next Saturday, and I think all pressure will be back on then. United Legends passing out from the back today was levels above what first team can do. I think Tom says that in jest there, and actually just in a way that it was a very slow game. I actually spoke with Nicky Butt as well. That interview is a cracker. A very honest opinion from Nicky Butt in that interview coming up as well. But he said there weren't much running going around today. Yeah, it was a bit of a stroll in the park. United lost on penalties, but it was a good day all off. Good to see Berbatov and Rooney linking up again. That was magic. Please give the video a like, guys. We're keeping up to that 200 mark. We are just doing a short video today. Me and Kaz are actually off to go and watch Beetlejuice tonight. I'm really looking forward to that. I've enjoyed my time at Old Trafford today watching the Legends. I've enjoyed talking to you guys again. I have also got more content that I want you to watch. Some great little interviews from the game today. So that's what we're going to finish with today. There isn't much else to talk about except well done to all Manchester United's international players. Kobbie Mainoo rounding it off. Let's hope that Xerxes and De Ligt come through their game tonight unscathed. Obi Martin scored in the under-18s game for Denmark in their 5-3 victory as well today. So he's scoring. Lascelles scoring. Biancheri is scoring as well. There is all sorts of positives going on with United's international players right now. It's probably the best international week that we've had in a long, long time. And I'm a happy man. I am indeed. But I am going to finish the video there, everyone. I really appreciate you all coming on. It is a little bit later, a bit shorter as well. Just go and watch your football. Enjoy yourselves. Make sure you watch the extra content that's coming up, though. That's why we're doing a shorter one. We have got some different content. Trying to just mix it up over international break, just to give you guys a little bit of a break away from the norm. Because international week is an absolute biatch, innit? It really is a killer. But really appreciate you all jumping on. Make sure you give the video a like. Let's get up to that 200 like mark. Thank you. All new subscribers and new members, mods in the chat. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic evening. And I will catch up with you all. Proper full schedule is back tomorrow from 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. I will see you all then.